here's what we're going to do today. We're going to try to paint this, and I'll tell you what it is in the next video because it's kind of cool. But the most important thing today is we're going to spray paint this with an HVLP sprayer from Mellif. Uses Dewalt battery. Keen eyes can tell that there's paint and stuff on it because I am terrible at this. And let me explain to you why this is already painted. That's right, this has already got white paint on it because I didn't want to make a video and spend the time videoing whenever I completely failed at something. And so I already painted half of this, and you'll see the other half in the next video and what it is and why it is. But we're going to show you how this works, how we mix this up, what I did, and I'm sure I did it wrong, but I mean, I'm sure people will tell me I did it wrong. So yeah, let me show you how we're going to mix this up. We are using white Rust-Oleum paint. I got a gallon of white Rust-Oleum paint. I've got acetone to cut it back. I've got some Japan dryer to help it dry, a mix and ratio cup. So, and what you get in the box here, you get the gun here with all of this. And not only that, you also get instructions. And actually, they're helpful. Actually helpful instructions. It's awesome. Then, a bunch of spare parts. Stuff like that. So, we're going to mix this up. I did already, obviously, test this, like I said. So, let me show you how. What I did was I covered my little table with a plastic bag that I cut the edges and opened it up because I'm going to make a mess, I promise you. So, let me get suited up. Let's get things mixed up so I can get ready to spray. I don't think there's anybody who's put one of these suits on since Breaking Bad's come out and didn't feel like they were about to make some meth. But it's not what we're doing. We are painting today. Some tips that I come up with as I was doing this. I am not good at this. Do not follow me telling you this is how it's done. Let me tell you what I did. I got this little pour helper. I've had this for years. These things are awesome. They're cheap. They're reusable. I just buy one. It makes life a lot better. And make sure you put the spout on the side away from the instructions in case you need those for whatever reason. These drill powered stirrers are nice, but put it down in first or second gear because if you just yank the trigger on this thing, it will go nuts. So I usually run it like in second gear and modulate the trigger as needed. And then I do a terrible thing where I just let paint dry on it. So that's why it looks like this. We are going to cut with acetone. I've got these cups. You can get these I got these at Lowe's. You can get them a lot of places. We're going to be doing 4-to-1 with just a little touch of the hardener. I don't know how big a difference that makes. It is a brown color, and I'm painting white. So I didn't want to put too much in there to mess with the white at all. But the most important thing, we're going to stir this. Another thing that I've come across is we want to make sure that we use these little filters. You can buy these little filters just to strain the paint through once you've got it mixed and everything right before it goes into the gun. We don't want to clog the nozzle up. Cool thing about this thing can spray thick paint. It's what we like. Now, get ready. That's my number one thing because the paint doesn't last as long as you think in these cups. It goes by relatively quick, not like you're wasting paint, but it'll spray some paint. It really will. So you want to move quickly. You want to be set up. I would say get your suit on, get your gloves on, get everything. Now, I got this party tent. I got it really cheap years back, and I use it as a makeshift paint booth. This is not the right way to do this. You will have a lot of fumes. You'll have a lot of stuff in there. None of this is the right way. All of this is the way that I did it. So let's get this mixing, get our ratios and everything right. And like I said, you want to be ready. I have a place to set this so I don't get paint on the ground. I'm gonna make sure all these caps are loose and ready. So let's get this stuff stirring. Remember I said get ready? I forgot to grab my stir stick. So we'll put this in there. It's very important to get a good mixture here. It's like thick milk. It's kind of what I would put it at, or like a creamer. Maybe a little thinner than creamer. But the way I look at it would be like a thick milk. We'll strain it in here. While that does that, I'm going to close this up and get everything ready. I'll move the camera to one of these windows where you can kind of see what's going on, but I promise you, it's going to get foggy in here and it's going to be hard to see. Just part of it. Remember, like I said, you come through, and what I'll do is just to make sure we can see it next time, just wipe down right there so you can see light through your 4-to-1 for your next time. In. One of the hardest things I've ever filmed, I think, because there's so much mess going on, and I'm not very good at filming and do it all myself, so they don't have a filming crew. Some things I've noticed, it's pretty cool. They've got on the back side of this pops down, there's a filter. That filter, if you don't clean it, will suck it. So I didn't clean it the first time. I started noticing a lower airflow, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I mean, the instructions showed me that I overlooked it before, but it has that. It comes with this little brush. You may be able to just do that. I'm gonna let those dry and then just pick those off of there. They're still kind of tacky. The most important thing, it seems like with these guns, with any paint gun, and anybody should know, is the keeping it clean. Even though I'm gonna be painting again tomorrow, I'm gonna clean it like I'm putting it in storage because the kids are having fun. Anyways, as you saw, it's sprayed on real good. I could have gone a little thinner, I think, with the paint, but the thicker coats, maybe they'll be better. My paint booth is sealed up, and what I'm going to do, something I did notice from the first one that I did, you definitely want to add some heat. Adding the heat to the paint booth will help it to, what's the word I'm looking for? It'll help it dry and harden, so I'm going to let that do that overnight. We're going to go watch some Supercross racing, and yeah. I gotta go buy some more paint because I've used up that gallon right there for painting the other half and all of this, and I just have to flip it over and paint the front fascia of it. So, but that will be done tomorrow. Next video, you'll see it all together. This thing's awesome. I have used the paint with the hose and all that kind of stuff, which I think may be better in these applications. But if you don't have a compressor that can handle that, I have got a compressor that's big enough I could crawl inside of. If you don't, this is actually a viable option. I'm very happy with how it's come out. You can actually turn down how much paint you're putting out if you're wanting to adjust that if it's getting too thick. This paint is thick. This is going on something that can handle the thick paint. So I'm very excited. I have another project coming that I'm going to be painting some stuff, and I guarantee you that this gun is going to be used. I always pay for my stuff, but this company saw one of my videos that I made, and y'all did an awesome job liking it, that they offered to send me something, and this is something that they had. I want to try it out and work for this project here. But the Mellif, I'm going to give this a 2 thumbs up for the paint gun right here, and I'll put a description in the link. I'll put a link in the description. I don't get paid for any of this stuff, so but if you do go there and order one of these, man, what an affordable way to do a paint job.